Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. Welcome to Zelda Speedruns. This is the Majora's Mask Standard Weekly Race. This is the first weekly that we are running with the new Season 6 settings that were announced on Monday evening by Revan, and have since actually been adjusted as of last night, so these settings are actually quite new. I hope you guys are excited. Seedbot has eaten. It has rolled us to seed, and I think we're almost ready to go. So just going to introduce everyone all around. So I'm Shenanbread, I'm your restreamer and your seed roller for the race today. In the commentary booth with me I have Alexander Harold and Nathan401, and our three lovely trackers, Alleyoops, Sabestorm, and Gigi. And a special guest feature from Bacon for Prezi from Wind Waker, who is shadowing me today as a restreamer. I'm going to hand it over to the commentators, and I'll let them fill you in on all the new changes that come with Season 6. And I'll see you guys later. Take it away, comms.
Awesome.
Hello. Well, yeah, welcome to Season 6. Well, we haven't done any calls yet, but we got the settings mostly finalized. And, well, there are no more sometimes hints in Season 6. The idea being that they just ended up clogging up hints anyway, especially when items were foolish. But, yeah, all of the Great Fairies are now in the Always pool, as well as the classics from the old seasons. But with the new addition of Anduin Cafe. And if you want the classics, Goron Race, Beavers, Ranch Sisters, Dompe Digging, Ocean Spider House, Dave Reward 1, Gossip Stones, Boat Archery, Seahorses, Fisherman Game, and Swamp Spider House Reward, as well as Butler, are all in the Always pool with the ones I've mentioned previously. We will note, instead of WAF hints, we now have important items in locations, and they'll have a count to it. And we also have 0 items, which is basically foolish, but it could also have like song only for places that have songs. But on top of that, we have Frog Shuffle. We start with the Giant's Mask, always. And there's the magic, like, right away. Very nice for our runners. But we also have Lensless Ikana Castle and Lensless Snowhead Pillar in, for logic now, so that lens is not creeping up as often in the importance hints. We'll always be starting with Epona, so the random starting song is junked, but, and we'll also have Baby Goron and the Romani Ranch song also being junked. But, Zora Eggs is making a return with Fairy Shuffle, with, Scoops Shuffle between them and fairies. And, Elder Goron is now in the song pool instead of Baby Goron. So, a little bit less crying.
Yeah, whether that's an upgrade because it's less crying or a downgrade because it's a harder check, jury's still kind of out on. But it's definitely, I think the song changes are some of the things I'm most excited about for this new season. I think this is going to be a good season. I think a lot of these changes are really exciting.
But yeah, we'll also be having like Stray Fairy Shuffle as well because of that, where some of them are shuffled. So we can get a required Great Fairy Mask or a required Don Jaro's Mask this season with Frog Shuffle on. But so far, outside the we haven't seen a whole lot. It says Stone Tower Temple has 0 required or important items, not even the song. Butler is dead. Beneath the Well is dead. Aliens are dead. And Romani Ranch has one important item.
Now
Where that is
with the important song thing, because in this particular case the Romani Ranch song is junked, but so it can't be that. But could it, in theory, if it wasn't, could that important item conceivably be the song, or is that not how that works?
I believe it would just show up separately for that, but
Okay.
I haven't really had a seed where, to really see it yet.
Right.
But in this case, it is 100% for one of the items.
Yeah. There's new settings, new rules to learn. Always a fun time at the beginning of a new season.
But yeah, keeping track of your stray fairies and your stray fairy locations will be pretty big this season.
I think so. Yeah, this is probably going to be the stray fairy season, because I know they all kind of get reputations for stuff. Like season 3 was the season of Zora eggs, because every season was go get the Zora song, and it took like 20 minutes all the time. This is definitely going to be the big adaptation, is trying to figure out how does one keep track of their stray fairies and make sure they're getting those fairy checks in.
Yeah. And we do know that Secret Shrine, it has one item in there, so once we get it, we can leave. But yeah, another big thing too is frogs. I'm gonna have to keep track of all those frogs.
I mean, I love some Don Garo.
And there's a Goron mask on Don Garo, so we could have Letter to Mama being one of those important items that's been hinted.
Yeah. It's just all around a lot more items that are going to do stuff.
But, yeah. So far, it's just been magic and the stone mask so far. We found a sword upgrade. But we have Secret Shrine and Romani Ranch being the two we found so far. We also had Junk Stone Tower Temple and Beneath the Well, so that's going to be really, really nice. I know aliens were hinted dead. There was Goron race that was hinted dead. And that's a mirror shield on Gorman Bros race.
That could potentially
definitely
be
something.
Fun, yeah.
That's something you definitely want to pick up.
Yeah, especially if you're going to Akana anyways for that Secret Shrine type stuff.
Sections is doing the Rush Ranch opener for the hints and such.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess that kind of makes a little bit of sense here, because we already know there's something, like, you're gonna find something useful in the ranch. So I can kind of respect that. I think we also saw earlier that the Goron mask is on the Postman. So
yes, it is. Is that Oh! Of course we picked those up. More swords means more hurt.
Yeah. More hurt means faster times.
True. And then there was one, I think, in Southern Termina Field, so Cinny will be able to get the gilded sword.
Yeah. It's also true, we might be, we can finally, with this new important system, we can finally retire the old maxim of always full clear your waths. Not gonna be as much of a, not gonna be as much of a thing in this season, because we'll always know exactly what we're looking for.
Yeah, some things are gonna be more obvious than others.
Right. And it's kind of nice, though, in, like, this particular case, though, like, we head to Romani Ranch, we get the, our one important item, and then say it's, like, fire arrows, we immediately know that's what it is, you can just peace out, don't have to worry about anything else.
Yep. you could get something slightly ambiguous, like maybe a song item or a trade quest item. That could pop up too, especially if it has multiple different items that are of interest.
Yeah, so there's still some ambiguity in there, still some risk to be had, but all in all, I think this is going to be a really good change.
Yeah. And, well, we found a piece of paper on the sword school. But yeah, Laundry Pool just got one extra check at least.
Yeah, that it did.
Another section is making his way into Ranch, because there is a chance that you could just get in now, but we won't know necessarily until later. And Swamp Spider House is dead.
Yeah, I really like this opener from section. I think this is... I don't know, because I think, like, just in general, this is a very true to the sea, just because we have that one important item, so, like, you might as well try and clear some of that stuff.
Yeah.
I think that, and all in all, I think that's what this hint system is going to provide a lot more of. It's going to provide a lot more opportunity to play super flexibly with the seed and super attuned to the specific pool of information you're getting.
Speaking of Laundry Pool, unfortunately, it's been hinted dead. So therefore, the frog will be where he stays. How unfortunate.
Unfortunate indeed.
The
Wow,
very
that's
conveniently placed bow.
Yeah, kind of a little bit surprising the other runners haven't picked that up yet, because back in the day, that used to be like the first thing everybody always went to.
A part of it is just simply because you don't have a transformation mask, and it's really convenient to get there when you have one, so you can hand the fairy.
That's true, yeah.
Gossips are still dead.
No beavers, unfortunate. It's like that one movie they made hundreds of beavers. Love that film.
And I don't think we found anything so far yet for Romani Ranch.
I haven't seen it yet.
Woodfall Great Fairy's dead. Yeah. Oh, I think we're gonna be gambling dogs here.
Okay. That's I mean, I think it's all but confirmed that the important item is on the dog, so.
No, not quite. There are the cows. Those
true,
three cows in particular are shuffled in these settings.
Yes, that's the other minor change, is no other cows in the game are shuffled, but those three specifically.
Because I did have a seed earlier where one of those cows actually had the mirror shield that was required.
That's... oh man, that's gonna take some getting used to. Unfortunately, the dog gambit is not going to pay off for section here.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Scarlet's early positioning, I really like where Nasha is situated at this point. He's got that nice early projectile with the bow, has the potential to pick up that that extra sword, gets a guild at the way Cinny has. I think overall I really like this positioning.
Yeah, not a bad spot to be in. Nasho also getting his Razor Sword, so he'll just, I think I was hoping you go for it once and see if you can get it, but if you don't get it, you may as well just leave. It's not worth And Section is going to be getting his Razor Sword. A lot of Razor Swords all around.
Yep.
So we don't really need the girlfriend sword, as Lee puts it.
Yeah, and I do...
But maybe eggs will be required this time. Because we do have a chance of 1-bottle eggs with vanilla shuffle.
Yeah, that's... I'm sure that'll give a lot of PTSD to some of the older runners where that used to kind of be a running gag, that it was always 1 or 2 bottle required eggs for... my memory is back in the day. It's been a while since we've had a season where those settings were standard, but...
Yeah, because we did have Zora eggs, I remember that, but
Right.
you started with 2 free bottles.
Right, and it's doing it with... Because my memory is that if you could have 3 bottles, it was considered not that bad. 2 bottles was annoying, but still workable. And then if you just...
Yeah, with 2 bottles, you do Pirate's Fortress first. If you have 3 bottles, you do Pinnacle Rock first. If you have 4, obviously at that point, you're better off just full clearing.
Yep. And then, but doing it with 1 bottle was just miserable.
Pain.
There were like a number of races where that was required in. So we may be seeing a return of that with this new song pool. But at least we don't have to Baby Goron cry.
No, instead we have to help a Goron with dementia.
Yep.
But yeah, the doggos are not going to be much of an issue this time around. I mean, Gilded is basically just killing it for free.
Yeah, it's someone in chat earlier pointed out this like the tiger bread sword reminds me of. You know, in Monster Hunter, you kill the guys and then you turn them into the sword. Yeah.
Oh, Tigrix. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Our Tigrix sword. I like that.
No elemental damage, just lots of bonus. Lots of damage, just no elemental stuff.
Yep. I was a GU player mostly. I haven't touched a lot of the newer ones, but I love me some GU.
But yeah, so far, not a whole lot we've seen. But we will be potentially getting the song soon.
Yeah, I'm interested in what that is, because if it's Sonata specific.
Although that is if Section does grab the bow.
Oh, true. Section hasn't found his bow yet.
Oh, there's something in the Great Bay Coast Grotto. Hook! Well, scratch that. Now he can check without the bow.
So this little excursion pays off for him in a big, big way.
Sphere Zero Hook, we always appreciate those.
Yeah, and of course he's
setting up for Toilet Hand as well here.
Yeah, immediately gonna put that new projectile use and check out the Tangle Shop, because like, why wouldn't you?
So it can't be the song, because the song has been junked this season.
Yeah, Romani.
So there's the cows, there's lemons, there's dog race. We will not be getting the any hints for cows.
So I guess does this mean that keg is no longer considered a song item then, right? It can still be required because of depending on how you need to do it on a castle, but it.
Edits can be edits required for those cows because they're only night 1 cows.
Right. That's right. So keg is not a useless item anymore, but it's no longer a song item. We are now down to just Captain's Hat and Mirror Shield.
Yeah. And technically bottle.
Yes, and technically bottle.
I mean, and you better hope that Fairy shuffles on. Or, like, it's switched with the fairies, because Scoops is technically on, but everything is vanilla except fairies and Zora eggs. And Zora eggs aren't guaranteed to being on those fairies.
Yeah, it could, there could be some devious setups between the fairies and the eggs and bottle arrangements. So far the seed doesn't seem terrible to me though. You get a nice early mirror shield, you get your magic early, you get a bow early, you get a hook shot early.
And we also saw Lens and Road to Southern Swamp Tree.
Yep, that we did. Which could potentially bear some relevance, but...
Yeah, we'll find out. But yeah, you're getting this toilet hand in and probably going to the tower.
Yeah, I think, yeah, we could have, because I think we got that paper from, did we get that paper from Laundry Pool, or did we get it from somewhere else?
No, it was West Clocktown. It was Sword School.
Right, the swordsman.
Ooh, Gipto.
Okay, well we know the well is not holding anything that's gonna matter, but we can still access the rest of the tunnel with that, which is always very nice.
Yep. Ooh, Chateau Romani on Tingle here. Oh, it looks like it's it's the refill.
Oh.
Because, yeah, Chateau Romani, like, the shop checks have been shuffled as well. Oh, and that's New Wave on Skull Kid there.
Okay, yeah, so not something we can do a whole lot with immediately, but definitely still an important pickup in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah. It just sucks having rupees when he's shuffling them in his hand like that.
Yep.
Because as soon as you grab it, you lose it anyway. Watching Tingle like fall all the way is hilarious.
It's beautiful, really. Work of art.
Tingle should be falling from way greater heights.
You should be ascending to the highest heights of them all.
Yeah.
Tingle the Magnificent. Kulu and Pa, my brothers and sisters and friends. Replace
But
the
at
room with
this...
Tingle. That would have been a very different game. I don't know that it would have necessarily been a better or worse game, but it would have been a different game.
Everyone with their screaming face shield. As Section goes and gets his, finally gets his bow.
Yeah, we didn't acknowledge it at this point, but Nacho has also gone and picked up his hook shot at this stage.
Yep.
So definitely.
And got eaten by a ferocious lake like.
You hate to see it. Definitely at this point, though,
Yep.
I'd say our two on the bottom here, Section and Nacho, probably have. You'd probably rather do them just because they have the most open to them with their item selections, but I wouldn't rule out Cinny and Katie either.
West Clocktown, one important item it looked like.
Okay, interesting.
That could still be the deed, but it would be for deed hand-in of some sort.
Yeah.
But there's a chance that just could be nothing. there, and we just haven't found it quite yet. Also, Letter to Cafe immediately discovered.
Yeah, that's potentially an important find. I mean, if they use that as paper, they're going to be kind of disappointed, but that's always something you want to make note of.
Like, for me, if I saw that, I'd immediately do that this cycle. Like, the Letter to Cafe stuff.
Yeah, you might as well, right? Because, like, you're set up pretty effectively for it with the way your clock worked out.
Section is going for bombless, Goronless skip here.
Interesting.
This is allowed in standard, but it's a bit tricky.
So is Section the one that has the information that the swamp title deed could potentially be useful? Has he seen that?
No, that was Nasho that had that info.
Interesting. Okay.
He might have, but
Nasho apparently did not get the memo about the laundry pool, though, as he is...
probably not found it quite yet, that hint.
Yeah.
Section going for the... attempting to go for it. No, he's getting close, though.
He's done
Nice, he got it! This is technically bomb locked, or slash Goron locked as well. Or fire arrow locked even, but, well, you can just do that.
Yeah, so we've officially exited the land of logic, but this is, yeah, as someone's observing in chat, this is a very interesting routing choice. Definitely kind of defies convention.
I mean, this is Section we're talking about. Of course it would defy convention.
Yeah, and it's also like in these early kind of weekly stages, you know, this is where I think runners you're going to see doing a lot of experimentation with these new settings, new choices we don't usually see. See kind of what works for them, what doesn't work, when you can kind of make certain moves. And this early northern play could potentially be something he's interested in experimenting with on these settings.
I feel like North, though, has been pretty nerfed this season.
Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment.
Because it isn't just you play the song to the baby Goron. Now you have to actually melt the ice and free the Elder.
Yeah, you can't just like quick pop in for an early free song. Because Baby Goron was traditionally one of like the easiest songs to pick up.
Yeah, once you got Goron, Mask and Bow, it was basically just free. Now I gotta do a little bit more work for it.
You gotta put in a little bit of legwork. For those asking in chat, we did find a we found a bow in Clocktown, and we found a hook shot off in the little grotto.
In Great Big Host Grotto.
Yeah.
Swamp Deed, we found that pretty early on. There is a chance that it could be required. Okay, so that's a dead chest, so don't need to come back. Ooh, something in, unfortunate. It's convenient, but, like, not super necessary. That's a bomb bag.
That's a interesting pickup, because now that does put some of what we've done.
Day 2 Grotto.
Crucially, at this point, all of the runners are still hunting for any potential bottles they may have to use.
Looks like Section's going to do room reservation now. Yeah, Day 2 is definitely very easy to orphan. Though KT looks like 3 of our runners are going to be getting that because they are setting up for anyway. And there's just a bow here on the blue one.
Interesting. So that's our second bow found pretty quickly.
Both of them in logic too. Section making it day 3 once again.
Very aggressive use of time, and it's just all around very interesting routing decisions from Section here.
He's doing mini games.
Ah, yeah, yep, makes sense. Which makes sense because you figure it's not, you know, that much of a time loss to then go from finishing up your mini games into just starting a new cycle over again. It's maybe a couple seconds.
Yeah. But this will be, if he does another cycle, this will be the third one in, like, about
Half an
30
hour,
minutes. Oh, a blast mask.
Okay, interesting. So that will substitute for the bomb bag that the others have found.
But I think that's why Section has been setting it to day 3 really quickly. Is probably looking for the letter to Mama to get Goron Mask super early.
Yeah, that makes sense, because if it is something you can find pretty easily, then you want to be able to immediately turn that in. Which is a nice little bit of a proactive routing. Now, see, this is the kind of seed I like. It's the kind of seed, it doesn't give you everything, it gives you a little bit to look for, but you know what it is you're looking for.
It is one of those kinds of seeds where I have noticed that it starts slow, but it actually picks up really quickly. That was actually the seed I was running earlier. Like, it started pretty slow, like first hour was kind of slow, but then it just kind of picked up really quickly after getting one item.
Yeah, I have to imagine.
Because it just chained everything together.
Yeah, you have to imagine once that letter to Mama is found, I think this is gonna kind of break wide open.
And Cinny bringing out bomb choose for the East Clocktown passage chest here. Because there was something of interest, it looks like. Lemon!
Okay. That's...
Oh my god, I could see both Cinny and Section rushing lemons.
Yeah, because we still haven't resolved what that important item hiding in branches, and if it is that letter to Mama,
then Keg is not required.
Yeah. You're gonna be
and I'll be a very happy campy.
Yeah.
Very happy camper.
Get ourselves the peak of music.
But looks like we'll be seeing lemons on Cinny's side.
Yep, because definitely this ranch item is on everybody's mind.
Because it could be the letter to Mama.
Yeah, and if that's what it is, then your seed opens dramatically. Even if it's another... I mean, honestly, if it's a transformation mask of any kind, you're gonna be in pretty good shape.
And we'll be seeing a doggy gamble on Bean's side. Will she be as unlucky or luckier than Section was? Because with no Mask of Truth, the gold dog has like a roughly 11% chance of winning. Which is actually pretty good compared to the other dogs. And it looks like Bean is a lot luckier than Section today.
Is it gonna be enough? Oh, this little white doggy scoot in front at the very. Oh! Oh, wow!
Oh my god.
That was a
Stealing the
good dog
victory
race.
as we see Lemons on Cinny's side.
Look at them go. They're hopping around.
They're so cute. I love Lemons. It seems like doggy gambling did not pay out.
No, it did not.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, when you have an early mask for something else, it's kind of hard to imagine that it would be that overbearing.
Alright. It's not Lemons! No!
Aw.
Unfortunate.
Oh, we've been baited.
That means we need Keg!
That we do. Keg is confirmed to be required this seed.
Because there's something on one of the cows.
Oh, man.
It's moo time! Which means that it can't be letter to calf to mama in
Yeah, that's true, because that would logically be a...
that'd be behind the Goron mask.
So it's gotta be something else here. So that potentially complicates the seed a fair bit.
Yep.
We still don't have... We've never resolved what that the important item from West Clocktown was, did we?
Nope, not yet. We haven't even touched Bank at all.
Okay.
Because it's not for the sword. Sword is technically considered a major item, but it's not a required item.
Right.
And we haven't really seen, what's in the All Knight's mask purchase yet. Because that could be something.
The second successful doggy race gamble for nothing. What is happening?
Yep. Unfortunate, eh?
Oh, and Beans is gonna be a little bit disappointed here because she's gonna find the Brahmin's mask and then realize, great, now I gotta go all the way back. And then she's gonna go all the way back.
And then
not
be disappointed by Grog giving more bomb chews.
Yeah, you hate to see it. Yeah, she's not happy about that at all.
I don't blame her.
And it's about to get a whole lot worse.
Because it would be nice to find a letter to Mama. Because that definitely would kickstart the seed wide open.
Yeah.
Speaking of which...
Well, there we go. Ask and ye shall receive, apparently.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's going to...
Well, that means it's not eating up the required items hint.
No, it's not. That's going to move the seed significantly farther forward for
section.
section. Isn't he also in the vicinity?
Oh! That was fire arrows!
Oh. Well, I'll be...
That was fire arrows in Biobaba. That's nuts.
Fire arrows that we can also immediately get to using as well.
The problem is we gotta grab them. There's like a
Right.
1 in 8 chance you can get it without the Zora mask. Otherwise, well, we need to find it anyway, so it's not a big deal, but still.
Yeah. Bank 1 is also, I believe, we've now confirmed to be dead.
Yep. Doesn't surprise me. I could see Cindy also getting the letter to Mama pretty soon.
Yeah, I mean, he just got that hook shot, so it's very possible that he'll, immediately start thinking, alright, well, what else in the area can I do with that? And that might steer him towards that direction.
It's not really, like, 60 FPS. It's just kind of matching, like, more often it's just matching Windows default frame rate.
So though, Beans is now leaving the area without picking up that... Oh no, we're just relocating. I see. I don't know why I thought she was somewhere she wasn't.
And we can't exactly get fire arrows.
Yeah.
But knowing where they are is really powerful.
Yeah, that's a good... No, just simply knowing that your fire arrows are Zora locked is gonna be helpful. That tells you a fair bit about how the dungeon order is going to shake out now. Because we have that New Wave Bossa Nova, and the fact that fire arrows are only locked by Zora Mask at this point.
Yep.
Probably, if you find your ice arrows, you can probably get that done as your first dungeon. Get your blue warp.
But their section is just doing bomber kids while waiting for the postman.
Yeah, we were kind of picking on his routing decisions a little bit earlier, but now this looks to be kind of a perfect setup with the way things shook out.
Although those fire arrows could be tricky because he has not gone to Biobubba Grotto yet. But we know that the letter to Cafe is completely dead, so it will make for good toilet paper. But Section already did check that, so it doesn't have to worry about it. Just doing bomber kids. We know that there's nothing on them. There's a heart piece, but ooh, setting up here. Not bad.
Cindy and Beans have both now found their letter to Mama, which is gonna immediately give them some direction.
Yep. And the other section has his Goron mask.
Yep.
Oh, unfortunate. We could have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, so close. It's like a... What is that, like a 1 in 200 something thousand chance of getting that? Or is it... Or like, no, it's less than that. Or it's more than that.
It's way less than that.
I have no idea.
You only can do like 1 digit, and for each digit you get, it's since it's non-repeating, the odds are shrink even more.
Yeah. It's like 1 in 5 factorial, I think, or 4 factorial. Whatever that number is. 5 factorial, yeah.
Yeah, like 1 in 120, around that.
That sounds right. Yeah.
It's like 5 factorial is not huge. It's
No.
when it starts, when you start getting into double digits is when they get really, really massive.
Yeah. It's not much of a combinations guy back in my day.
Oh, there's light arrows.
Yeah. Yeah. So
That's
that Goron
Zoe
chest
Grotto?
really does- that Goron chest really does just kind of getting that mask really does open things up a lot. I'm curious. Do we know how many fellows we have in this race room today?
I don't have the exact number right now, but I can always pull it up real quick.
Yeah, a little bit less than 9. Okay.
Other section getting bullied by bats. Ooh, that's another trade item right there. Moon's Tier. Oh yeah, you definitely want to check this one out.
Yeah, it's a fairly low opportunity cost to do that.
Ooh, it looks like section's probably going to be going up east side soon. With that Gibdo.
Yeah, that'll open up a lot. And I mean, he has light arrows too now, so it's like, why not head that way?
Oh yeah, it's like, so you go get the owl statue and then you go into Secret Shrine knowing that it's has one required item.
Yep, yeah.
And if it's a transformation mask or ice arrows or something, you book it immediately.
Yeah. So this definitely seems to be the correct sequence that section is on. Get your letter to Mama, get your Goron mask, head north, get your light arrows, then make your way that direction. That does seem to be kind of how the seed is pushing you to play it. Did we see what that All Knights mask purchase was?
I don't think it was all nights because section didn't do Granny,
Oh, okay, right.
but that was a bean. And there is a chance that the bean is required.
It is possible.
It would just mean that Clifford or one of the, or another one of those hard bean lock checks could be it. No, he's just.
Did we see the Swamp Title League turn in? Or did that not actually happen?
Can't. No Deku.
True. Okay, well, double defense isn't something you're, like, upset to find. Especially when we're kind of on a low number of hearts.
I did not even see what was there. But it looks like Nasha will probably be the first one to Ikana. But with no light arrows, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's gonna make it a little bit harder on him.
No, that's not a big deal right now. You just go for the owl statue.
I guess, yeah.
You could get a couple of hints as well.
Yeah, I guess it's still a reasonable play to make, even if you don't have your I guess the fear would be that he finds something that's going to kind of push him away from that all-important letter to Mama.
No, not at all. Lens does nothing for that. It took me a few seconds to realize what you meant by CMG, chess minigame.
Oh. Yeah, that's like an Ocarina thing. Ocarina of Time, they do that all the time.
But yeah, it does nothing in Majora's Mask.
Right.
Man, these real bomb chews are really annoying.
Yeah.
That would be a fun setting, but it depends on what the devs are doing.
Interesting to note that Beans is now just finishing her first cycle, while I think section is on like his 4th or 5th at this stage.
Third.
3rd, okay, yeah.
Sad to see beavers not required either. It's a lot of bad news this seed. No lemons, no beavers, no frog.
Lemons wasn't required, but it was heavily encouraged. We can at least give it that.
Yeah.
Would have liked to see them pay out, but at least we got to see them a couple times.
And there's a fairy friend. Rude ass Gwei. But yeah, saving some time with a recoil flip here to save some time swimming, because there's a chance that Zora Mask or Ice Arrows is in here. Could be Deku Mask for all we know.
Yeah, I mean, there's a number of things it could be.
Or Powder Keg would be an interesting one.
Yeah, that would be... Oh, he got the... Beans got her 1 and 8, is now getting her fire arrows without Zora.
Yep. We got an Out of Logic song we can grab now.
Now we do. Yeah, Powder Keg would be interesting, because that would kind of imply that at least 2 of your important item hints are on the same chain, but still not something you're unhappy to get.
Bean getting her light arrows.
Yep, that'll make her the second to that.
And she went in because she has fire
Right.
arrows, so she can check quite a few things.
Oh yeah, she's gonna...
I hope she remembers Goron Elder, but you definitely do this first.
Yeah, she's defying logic in a pretty big way right now, which could potentially create some confusion for her depending on what she finds.
Oh.
But... Well, okay.
I think that's our first bottle.
I believe so. And what a bottle that is to find, holy.
Uh-oh. She did not, in fact, grab the Elder Goron song.
I wonder if this is one of those things where she's gonna go check the baby though, realize it doesn't give her the song, and then be like, oh yeah, I gotta go. And
Yeah. The gold dust bottle is not in logic because fire arrows are out of logic. No. You don't need to talk to the baby. It's only a vanilla, like, in the vanilla game you do, but, like, in Randomizer, you can skip the talking to the baby section and just get the song. Also, that's Captain's hat.
yeah, that it is.
Yeah, you don't have to speak to the baby in Randomizer to get the song. I've done it multiple times in Combo Rando, and I know that the solution for Combo Rando is basically the same as in MMR. So,
By the by, whereabouts was that Captain Hat?
that was the roof in the tour center in Southern Swamp.
Gotcha. Yeah. So poor section having to clear most of the secret shrine to find that.
I think she might not realize that Elder Goron is what she needs to get to.
That could be the case. It could also be that she's just not willing to break logic for that song at this moment, but yeah, it would be very unfortunate if that's part of the song pool that she's not familiar with.
Yeah, we have not found much in the way of required items in Secret Shrine.
This could be it.
Nope.
No, it is not. So, is this gonna be that very last chest?
Oh
that's
my
gonna be
god.
what we need.
Yep. Yeah, it is 100%.
So a full clear of this place will be required.
Oh my god, it's for the
Oh
ball.
my
Oh my god, is it for eggs? Oh, that is so
no.
vile.
That is, yeah, he knows, That's,
Oh my god.
that is,
Yeah, that's true. Elder Goron is in logic now with that.
that's devious.
But it
That
could be
is-
doubly required for eggs. Single bottle eggs.
This just went from, well, you were saying this is kind of a nice seed that everyone likes, so this is now, there is some sinister energy in this seed. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god, that means, you know that gold dust. It's a bottle-locked bottle.
Yep. That
Oh
really,
god. You know what that means, though? Bottle has to lock Zora Mask in some way.
yeah, it's... Yeah, it does. Huh. Wow, that is... Really showcasing the... That is... Yeah.
But yeah, Zora is locked behind the bottle.
Really, really nice way to debut these new Season 6 settings for those who aren't as familiar, because... Oh boy, is this going to be a treat.
Yep.
Out of
Oh, that
all of
is
the
so... Oh my god. Cafe mask as well.
That's probably potentially the single funniest thing we could have found in that location for our important item.
That is possible, but there's also 2 dungeons that opened up.
While we were laughing about that, Kirby fan has observed that our Zora mask is on Smithy 2.
Well, yep, that's bottle locked.
So, which is, yeah, that's
Actually, no, not yet. Just making the meme. Because that is in logic,
Oh, okay.
funnily enough.
We're just saying it. We haven't actually seen it. Yeah. I see. I just thought somehow someone confirmed it without me realizing. Now we're checking the fish, just hoping against hope that this is what it was for and not for anything else.
I mean, we do know that Zoro has to be bottle locked at this point.
It has to be, yeah. So this could be it. Nope.
Because you could get another. Because if you can get another bottle before that one. Actually, wait, required. It could just be like a 1-star requirement. It just means that bottle is required of some sort.
Yeah. The news, yeah, that's true, because we're not on Way of the Hero anymore. This could potentially be...
Yeah, it could be locking another one, but it could also lock one.
Well, and it is also already technically locking another bottle, because we saw, Oh, it's at least 2-star. Okay, interesting. Never mind then, so yeah.
So yeah, then it locks all others.
Huh. I mean, we know what...
Yeah, because a 2-star item means that it locks the other ways of doing it for the time being. Other sections setting up for Madame Aroma.
Makes sense.
Oh my god. That means that land, title deed, and or Deku Mask are also bottle locked, because that's in Nightgrave 1, which is out of logic right now.
Yeah, and Beans just found herself another bottle, so I'm guessing that means we're somehow still out of logic with her.
Yep.
Okay. Because she has 2 bottles, but doesn't have the logical one.
Yep.
What was the song in Captain's Hat, by the way?
Healing.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's on, but yeah, Captain's Hat is, bottle locked in some way, is the implications. Because it is Deku locked, but it's also land title deed locked. One of those two would definitely guarantee it.
But provided that everything does eventually sort itself out logically, we do have 3, I believe. Like,
oh my god! Ice arrows in Night 2 Grave.
Ouch. Yeah. That's something.
But yeah, happy 1 hour.
Yeah, it's been quite the first hour of the season.
Oh no, the cursed tome! Why would you do this? Madame Roma not giving us her blessings, giving us her curses.
But at this 1 hour mark, just as a quick reminder about who's all here today. Today's restreamer is Shanam Bread. Your commentators are me, Nathan401, and Alexander. Our runners today are Cinny, Katie Bean, The Other Section, and Nasho. We also have our lovely trackers in the tracking booth doing some good work for us, and Ali, Saber, and joining as a special guest star today, Bacon for Prezi.
Being the shadow restreamer.
Yeah. So thanks to everybody who makes this possible. It's been because we're happy you're here. But it's
You aren't hiding enough.
Nope. And what's
What's unfortunate is that other section will be getting that that gold dust, but it'll be a day too late.
Yep. He is going to be able, though, to do a fair bit with he didn't. No, because he isn't active, but he doesn't have the Song of Healing yet. I was gonna suggest we could check out the Darmani, but nope, not quite.
Yeah, unfortunately. But bottle shenanigans coming up again. What's this, season 4?
Yeah.
I remember that was like the theme of the seed. And
Yeah.
other section is going back in time.
Season 4 also the season we had, there was like a million Bank 3 requirements.
Oh my god. I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nasha will not be able to check the gold dust either. KT Bean will be unfortunate in the knowledge that what she just found was essentially the bottle that locked everything.
Yeah. Speaking of wallets, we haven't yet resolved our important item in West Clocktown, and we still have not found a single wallet.
And we need to keg. That much we know. I wouldn't be surprised if it was like keg for like one of our like Deku Mask or something.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, it's possible that what it is, it could be as simple as keg is somehow bottle locked, and keg unlocks Zora, which I believe would resolve everything. But it's also possible that it's a little bit more of a convoluted chain than that.
But section made it day 1 so he can do the climb all over again.
Yep.
You know what they say? It's so nice you do it twice.
Yeah, because when you have that like require bottle thing, I mean, like all bets are off, right? Like.
Oh, Cindy's trying to fish for the 1 in 8 RNG here.
Yeah, because I mean, like, at this point, it's like, why not?
Nope, it's still not behaving. Yeah, funnily enough, Section's actually the one main section, and Nasho are the ones in logic. Cindy and Kate and Bean are breaking logic here.
Yeah, if in Cindy's position, I can see why you would want to do this, where like you're already kind of out of logic, and he also doesn't have light arrows yet, so he doesn't know about the potential for some goofiness.
Oh, it was so close this time. KTB should be able to hand in the gold dust, yeah. But I have a feeling our first runner to do it will actually be other section here. I really hope they all remember about the Elder Goron being possibly required.
Yeah, I am starting to get a little bit concerned about that.
I mean, when you know it's there, you gotta go for it, right?
Yeah, so he doesn't know yet also about, like, the required bottle and stuff either. So, from their position, I can see why it's like, there's an item I know I can get. I know it's gonna make things easier for me if I go up this way. Okay, so section also talking to the baby, so I'm wondering if they all believe
They're under the assumption that you need to talk to the baby to get the song trigger going. No, you just have to speak to Elder Goron twice.
Yeah, which I guess I can understand why that would be an assumption you make, because it's like we've not had this setting before, right? So like...
And I know
Probably.
because I actually did that this morning. Well, I didn't get to talk to him. Oh, it might be because you actually do have to talk to him, but that way, but I'm so used to the combo rando where you don't, so that might be why.
Yeah. Yeah, Beans and Nesho are both about to be very unpleasantly surprised. Okay. It's a vanilla lullaby.
Oh,
I
it's
guess-
required.
Quasi-vanilla.
Being
anyways.
getting the news about the bottle.
So, at this point, we have everything we need to complete Snowhead Temple, yeah? She has to pause and think about that. I guess fire arrows are not logically attainable at this point, right?
Nope. And she's not very happy. I don't blame her.
Yeah.
But we'll
yeah,
be
we don't-
seeing what's in Smithies. At least
Yeah,
day 2.
I guess the question is, if you... Because if you're in, like... If you're in Section's position where you don't have fire arrows and you're really trying to respect the logic, obviously you don't do it. But if you have the fire arrows already, do you just go ahead and clear that temple knowing that you're kind of breaking the logic a fair bit? Because you could potentially get Blue Boss Orb song information early. You could potentially
You can, well, if you don't have fire arrows, you can't beat. Also, it's just a rupee.
Yeah.
But you can't beat it because you can't melt goat's ice with just hot
Right,
spring
right.
water.
But I guess what I'm saying is some of our runners do have fire arrows. Not
Oh, yeah.
logically, but they do have them. So I'm wondering if you have them, knowing that you're breaking logic a little bit, is it still worth doing? Honestly, I'm kind of inclined to say yes.
It's tricky to say.
Like, you know you're not
'Cause
going
it
to
is
find
a,
Zora Mask. I guess maybe not, because like you're not going to find Zora Mask in there, which is at this point you're looking for Zora and you're looking for Deku and Keg, right? And you know you're not going to find Zora. You're probably not going to find Keg, so like the only thing you would really be looking for in there would be like Deku. So yeah, I guess it probably isn't worth it.
But you do know one thing's for sure is that you do need a bottle for something. There's a chance that that could be eggs, for all we know. So you would probably want to check your fairy scoops at some point.
Yeah. MJ Evans makes a decent point. It's it could be your first Blue Boss Warp song, yeah, but like I guess at that point what song could you get from there that would be particularly helpful, right? Like Sonata doesn't necessarily help. Yeah, right, just Oath is the only thing and you can get Oath at any time.
Elegy would be useful, but yeah,
Elegy would be a
you're
good
kind of you're at that point you're still gambling against it. Because a dungeon isn't quite as powerful in MM as it is in like OT or Twilight Princess, for example. And those, you like, especially Twilight Princess, if you can get access to a dungeon and it's not foolish, you immediately rush it. Especially if you can full clear on your first trip, it's just that much better. But in MM, I actually find myself probably prioritizing Overworld. But there is a chance that Zora could be in Snowhead Temple because Elder Goron is like the song that we do have to get in is bottle locked.
Yeah, which would mean that logically you would be expected to do Snowhead Temple go into Snowhead Temple without fire arrows, get the Zora mask, and then go out and get fire arrows and then come back and finish it, which would be quite nasty. That would be just a thoroughly unpleasant chain of events.
Gold Dust was dead. Other section checked it. It was just some rupees.
Yeah, so still kind of at a loss for specifically what this bottle is required for. It could just be the Elder Goron.
Although we haven't even checked eggs yet. We haven't even checked if they're shuffled.
Yeah, we have that. This is true.
Like if you scoop up a fairy and it's a bottle, like if it's a Zora egg, you go for it.
Yeah, and I think that, yeah, that has to be what it is. If you're able to do that.
No,
So
you
I
only
think-
need one bottle for Zora eggs, especially like if it's just on fairy scoops.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Zora egg song could easily lock the others too. It's not just exclusively Elder Goron, but Elder
I guess-
Goron does make the best case for it.
The problem I'm having right now is with the way we have songs, right? Like Elder Goron is locking Snowhead, which we are going to see a little bit from Beans here, who does have those out of logic fire arrows. But the problem I'm having is what's the only song that I feel like we could actually get that would be at all conceivable to lock anything would be like Elegy.
Oh right, yeah, Zora would be right because you need Zora's Zora 4 eggs. I forgot about that. It's been a while. How rarely eggs pops up.
Yeah, there's some very interesting decision making here because it does seem like a lot of the like what you do here, you know, is contingent on how willing you are to disrespect the logic a little bit. And
Oh my
pursue-
god, there are 2 frogs in Snowhead Temple.
Which I don't quite remember which ones she got, if they're technically fire arrow locked or not, but
Nope.
okay, then yeah, those are logical. This is kind of an interesting situation though, where it's you have the option to really kind of circumvent the logic in like a big way, and we're seeing some runners choose to take that and some choose to kind of play it safe by what they know, because you know, like in Ocarina of Time, frequently they'll say like, oh yeah, the logic is more of a suggestion, whereas in Majora's Mask, disrespecting the logic is a very fast way to get yourself kind of lost in the sauce.
Yeah, especially if you're not comfortable with like reading logic backwards.
Yeah, and especially when it's a new logic for a new season with a new set of rules that you're not super familiar with yet. So lots of interesting dynamics here we don't always see. This turned out to be quite the interesting.
Keg!
Okay.
Okay. So, well, that is
Was
a
that-
new cycle for that,
Was
and
that
that
a
is not fire arrow locked
that was not fire arrow locked? So
because you
Very
can get to that.
we could very well be in a situation here where the bottle from Secret Shrine locks the Elder Goron, which in
Oh,
turn
that
gives
was
you
the
ac-
bunny hood. But we saw the Postman game and it was dead. So
Yeah. Yeah, bottle to lullaby to keg to Zora. That seems to be the most straightforward way for this to pan out.
Yeah.
And then it would be Zora to fire arrows. Which allows you to complete Snowhead, and then where do we find ice arrows? I think were ice arrows also Zora locked? Because they were in Captain's Hat, right? They were in day 2 graveyard.
yeah.
Okay, so then yeah, that would do it.
The bean.
Yeah, so really we're kind of the only thing we're really missing at this stage is either Zora or Deku. Once we resolve that Romani Ranch thing, we can possibly open things up for our last important item. But yeah, that is a evil sequence, though, forcing you to go into locking the Goron Lullaby behind a bottle only to force you to go into a dungeon you can't actually beat for an item that doesn't even directly give you the fire arrows that's mean.
Yep.
That is mean. And from Bean's perspective here, you know, this is kind of a no-brainer that now that you've found the keg, you can kind of just assume your logic is more or less solved, and from her position, she's pretty safe to just go ahead and beat this out of logic, because you can be reasonably confident that keg is going to in some way lock Zora. And if that's the case, then you can just complete the dungeon as normal. Now, where it gets interesting is if the keg does, instead of locking Zora, the keg locks Deku.
Yeah, and then it just leads
this...
to the whole Captain's Hat shebang, and well, we'll have to go and find the Zora mask elsewhere.
Yeah, that makes things a little bit more complicated, because if it locks Deku, then somehow Zora is probably Deku locked. Not necessarily, but probably. Yeah, which means then you have to play a roulette of, it could either be in Swamp/Woodfall Temple/Woodfall, or it could be in Akana, because you'd have Akana access at that point, and really just hunting down that last match.
And there's also the chance that healing could lock it too.
That's true. It could be a healing based thing. So that's...
Healing would have to lock Zora, though. It can't lock...
Yeah, it can't be the other way around. One way or another, this keg that in Snowhead is going to... It's going to lead to Romani Ranch, where we'll find on one of those cows it will either be Zora Mask or Deku Mask or some derivative thereof. And which one it is shapes the end of the seed quite dramatically. It's likely to be Zora, but in the event that it is Deku, there's going to be a lot of decision making to be had. Because you have to figure, if it's Zora, right, there's only so many places the Deku Mask can then be. But if it's Deku, then Zora could be anywhere.
Oh yeah, Swamp Title Deed could still be it for the actual hand in itself.
Yeah, and we still haven't resolved that West Clocktown thing, have we?
Yep. There's a chance it could just be for the Swamp Title Deed.
So then I guess that must be it then, right? Like, the West Clocktown thing is is probably Deku Mask or Zora, and then the keg blocks the other one.
Possibly.
Yeah, if they're part of the same chain, then that could be problematic, right? Like, if keg doesn't directly lead to your Zora Mask, and instead it leads to, like, a wallet which locks which unlocks the Bank 2 check, which actually has the Zora Mask, then I guess technically that still keeps things a little bit spicy. I don't know, this is already kind of a... There's some zest to this seed.
Yeah.
Lots of big decision making.
We'll find out what the Blue Boss Warp song is here.
Yeah, I can't imagine it being anything...
Storms.
Oh, okay. So it's just... jumped anyways?
That would explain the song, like, for Stone Tower Temple.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that for sure.
Yeah, these importance hints are gonna be hard to. What a great way to showcase the new season, right? We get a required bottle for eggs and stuff. We get the new song logic coming into play. We get the importance hints coming to play. You really couldn't ask for a better seed to showcase some of the tomfoolery that can happen in season 6.
Yeah. Even be funnier is if Z eggs was actually required and it was vanilla Z eggs.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah, but I mean, essentially, this is gonna be probably an early go mode, but it's gonna be a long one.
Yep, classic MM Go mode, you mean.
Yeah, exactly. Because they're gonna hit all of their important items, and they're just gonna be missing all of their songs, probably.
So if we're a KT beam, probably want to then maybe go back in time and check the cows for ranch.
Yeah, because like once you know what that is, it's you basically are having on the path to completing the seed.
Because yeah, the only other thing that would be of spice would be
I mean, I still think if somehow the way this works is if, like, the way it could be, this could get quite spicy, is if the cows and the West Clock Town thing are part of the same chain. Specifically, if that chain is for Deku. Like, if it's the cows give you a wallet, and then that wallet begets a bank check, which gives you a Deku mask, that would get kind of spicy because at that point you're looking at a Zora Casino. Azora Casino, mind you, that locks basically everything.
Well, KT Bean is going back in time, so I think she's figured that this might as well be the way to go.
Yeah, we'll have our answer soon enough.
Because yeah, you want it to be nighttime, like night 1. Because you can't play to the cows during the day.
Yeah. Alright, here we go. Nasho's gonna showcase us this mystery item from Romani Ranch.
You can't do it during the day because opponent spawns in.
Oh.
You need it to be specifically nighttime.
Yeah, I think he just realized that.
Yeah. Because the opponent comes in and that interaction overrides the cow interaction. There's a reason why you never see a cow in the same place that opponent can spawn in either of the two games. It's because the opponent... Well, there's one place, and that is Romani Ranch, but it showcases why. Because the opponent interaction takes precedence over the cow interaction.
Yeah, that makes sense why you would want it to have that, because...
There it is!
Oh, it's Deku, yep. And then probably we use that Deku mask to turn in that swamp title deed, and... Yep.
That'd be funny if a swamp title deed to land title deed.
Yeah, it's... With Deku mask here, and this not... With this more or less confirmed to not be part of this... I mean, if it is part of the same chain, technically, right? But it doesn't lead to the same item. There's only so many things that West Clock Tower item could be.
Yep. but it is very much moo time. The funny thing is, this also this. I know it wasn't the same cow. That was the first cow that they did that had this mirror shield for me.
Yeah. Immediately grabs that captain's hat now that it's in logic, and yep.
It's not in logic yet because we don't have land title deed.
Oh, that's true. We don't.
Bean is going to try and check that swamp title deed.
Yeah.
Because if it's here, that if it's the important item, then well.
If somehow it's not, then you're really just grinding bank, right?
Mostly, yeah.
I guess it could technically be an all knights mass purchase still, which would be.
The other possibility is Bean, because there is the Bean in West Clocktown.
Yeah, that's true. And then the required bottle is also for your. It's doubly required to water it for.
Well, the thing about the required items with how it interacts with beans is that even if you find it in another spot, it can still be one of the required items.
Right.
Because I had the exact situation happen to me earlier, where I had access to beans,
Yeah,
and I still needed to, and it was still the required item for it to get, again, the fire arrows in Stone Tower for me.
Yeah, that's why it's one of the crucial things about the change from Way of the Hero to important item, is that.
Because you could get a 2-star piece of paper for toilet paper.
Alright, let's see what our title deed turn-in is. If I had to guess, this will either be Zora or lead to it.
Land title deed, which just put everything into one.
Oh, boy.
Oh my god.
Everything except fire arrows, that is. Because we
Yep.
still... So it was actually... Oh dear. So now our captain's hat is secured, which puts ice arrows into logic, and puts Song of Healing into logic.
Romani Ranch was Deku.
Zora Mess? Yeah, it... I mean, not necessarily... I feel like can't... Zora
Actually, Storms is... I'm pretty sure is dead.
And it's... Yeah, Upper Arcana's in logic. And we also got Vanilla, Vanilla Sonata. So, Zora could technically be basically anywhere.
Yeah, it just can't be on Pamela because we did get the Stone Tower Temple completely foolish, not even an important song.
Yeah. So even though it's not going to be their first for a lot of them, as someone's observing, Vanilla Sonata means that we now have our first logical, yeah, we have our first logical thing. And that's a good observation that the Saber makes about the,
yeah, that would be the only thing.
Which, I mean, at this point, you would have to assume that... I mean, like, it's either Vanilla Elegy, which would be the third Vanilla song in this, which would be kind of crazy, or,
Oh, right, yeah, Zora Eggs could actually be on Pamela, because the other two are locked behind Zora.
Yeah, it's...
Because of Fire Arrow's location.
So, essentially, we have vague ideas about where it's smart to look based on the locking of Fire Arrows. But essentially, we're a Zora Casino away from Go. So, I don't know, place your bets now. Where are they going to find that Zora mask? It's funny because this is exactly the situation we were. This is exactly where we were,
Frog.
If this ends with a Pamela Zora, that would just be... That would just be delicious. Like... What's funny is if it was the other way around and they had found Zora and we're just looking for the Deku, it would just be so much easier.
Yep.
But now they have this big problem that...
Well, I mean, the nice thing is that Pirate's Fortress is dead, basically.
Yeah, that's true.
Because this isn't like the combo rando where you could have Zora locked behind stuff that's normally locked behind Zora. Happened to me a while ago.
Yeah, there's no... You can't find it anywhere that's normally Zora locked. You can't find it anywhere that would be Fire Arrows locked. But the rest of it's open, and I kind of agree with what Nasho's doing here and just going ahead and clearing Woodfall. Is Nasho one of our runners that has cleared Stone Tower out of logic, or
no?
Okay,
I don't think we can't do Stone Tower. No Elegy.
That's right. Or sorry, not Stone Tower. I misspoke. Snowhead, not Stone Tower.
He doesn't have Fire Arrows.
That's true, yeah. So then he hasn't, yeah. So this is so Nasho is still completely within logic here. Our bottom two still are very respectful of logic here today. And if this rewards them with Zora, it may pay off, it may not.
Well, Castle Pillar can't have Zora because that's Fire Arrows locked.
Yeah.
I mean, Section and Nasho are like the only two that have stayed in logic, funnily enough, at the 33 mark.
When we say respectful of logic, let's if you ignore the bomb skipping incident of 20 minutes in. But by and large, let's put it like this: Section and Nasho aren't making any big bets on. Yeah, they're not making any big bets on those Fire Arrows the same way that Cine and Beans have, which it's a little early to say, but it very well that bet might pay off for them because they are.
Oh, there's something in Woodfall.
Yeah, this is obviously there's no qualifier times on the line here, but if in terms of the race, they would be. Beans looks like they're headed to, she's headed towards Woodfall Temple in the same way that those two in the bottom are, and if the Zora is in here, she will essentially be a whole stone tower ahead of them.
Well, Snowhead and a
Yeah, Snowhead. I gotta learn that, dude. They need to not make them start with the same letters. Just they can't do this to me. I know. Yeah. That's why I like Twilight Princess. It's fun to me. They all start with different letters.
I'm hoping for season 2, standard season 2 for that.
I'm excited. When does
my
that
body
start?
will be Reggie for that. I have no idea exactly, but probably around the same time as last year. So probably sometime in like August to probably September when it's starting.
Yeah, because I'm excited for that too.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited to race in it. Maybe I could get some sub 2 times for that as well.
Yeah, that one I was gonna say that one I might actually be inclined to race in.
Yeah, because so far my PB for Twilight Princess is like a 138 with standard season 1. It was an insane jet that could have saved me like another 5-10 minutes.
Right.
But yeah, Cine's gonna get the bad news about that.
Yep. That swamp title deed. See, it's kind of interesting, right? Because for Cine, that's bad news. But for Section, that's probably pretty good news.
Who knows? I was wondering when Nasha was going to pick this one up.
More
Double magic.
Also worth kind of thinking about here. They'll have most of them will have double defense, so it won't be terrible. But this could be a 4 to maybe 5 heart Majora fight.
Yeah. Yeah, well, there's something here. It is the bow chest in Woodfall Temple. Kamaro, but that's not it. Because that leads to nothing, considering we already found the important item, the 2-star item, as it would be called.
Yeah. And now Cinny has... Cinny is trying to get up here.
Oh my god. That is so evil.
Oh. Oh no.
That was the pendant.
Yeah.
I mean, cafe isn't always hint in these settings, so...
Yeah, we know it doesn't lead to anything, but like, if you haven't seen your always, then... We're still missing an always? Oh no. Oh no. The double required swamp title deed turn-in.
Oh, that'd be vile.
Because it's required. You think it's only required for the captain's hat, and then it was actually also required for the pendant the whole time. Oh, that would be a game changer.
The worst part is it would be mostly in logic. The only... Because we got the letter... We know where the letter to cafe is as well.
Yeah, it's mostly doable. We're doing also, Woodfall Temple isn't guaranteed to have anything here, I don't think.
No, it's not guaranteed to have anything. Much of anything. It's just our first logical completion, funnily enough.
Yeah.
Okay, well... It'll be fun to see who manages to solve this one, because it's gonna be a bit...
It's, yeah, this is, this is, This is quite... Oh, did we see a wallet somewhere? I mean, I think we checked things through already and it was just bomb shoes, but...
Other section got a wallet at some point.
Okay. Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah, no big man.
What's funny is it wasn't even that long ago. This was looking like it was going to be a pretty straightforward, okay, just go and get your... just go and get your Zora mask from the ranch and then turn in the title deed for Deku, and now it's this whole series of...
This could be a Pamela seed!
Yeah, it's all this ridiculous nonsense of finding a Zora mask to unlock half the game.
Oh, you should have cursed it. I love I love cursing the runners.
Yeah, so not in... That missing mask is not in Woodfall Temple. Section is now kind of realizing what everyone else has kind of at this point, where it's that the keg, the fire, or the keg, the hot spring, the everything was all just for
We
that
quad
captain.
swamping.
Yep.
Maybe you check Pamela as a meme.
I mean, I'd do it,
'Cause-
you know, I mean, like, I feel like it's, if you're gonna be checking Akana stuff anyways, it's, like, it's a distinct possibility, you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Nasha hasn't gotten, you know, the land title deed off of it yet.
That's true.
Off the swamp title deed, so...
Hmm. I'm checking the Kamara mask as well, which from Nash's perspective makes sense because, yeah, like we said, that land title deed hasn't been uncovered yet. Yep, meaning Nasha is now about to kind of discover the same story as the rest, that the swamp title deed is the item they were looking for.
At this point, yeah, rushing Ikana Kenya would be a pretty good play, I think.
Yeah,
So
I
you
mean,
can
I
full
feel like
clear. And you could get the song info, because we're still lacking Elegy, and we're still lacking...
we're missing Oath as well, yeah, which...
I think KT Bean crashed.
Oh no.
Yeah, I think she forfeit, understandably, after a disaster that was that crash. Because it looks like she got a emulator crash.
That's very unfortunate, yeah.
I do not blame her in this situation. It's
No,
very understandable.
I would as well. I would also tap there.
All right.
Excellent. So Beans will be joining us for an interview here in a moment.
Yeah, I mean, it was looking too bad. It's just an unfortunate crash.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Unfortunate on the crash there.
Yeah. For the record, I was about to rush Pamela, so I don't know if that's been
Oh no.
just
We
about
have
to
not
check
seen
Pamela. If it's Pamela,
Yes.
I'm gonna be so sad now.
I know. You're
It's
so
it's likely Pamela at this point because it is because of the bottle logic. Because Zora has to be bottle locked, so we are actually kind of running out of checks.
Yeah, I figured that out when I saw that Chateau Romani.
Yep.
That was amazing.
Yeah, that was one of the highlights. It's pretty much at every moment, there was like, we knew we were going to get an important item. The funniest possible option was what we got, so...
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
And then getting the swamp title deed to get your land title deed was truly something and a half.
that was also funny.
I know, because that could have very easily just been your Zora, and then it's like, alright, cool, we're done. But, no.
That's exactly why I rushed it as soon as I saw Deku, because when I was doing Keg, I was thinking, this could be Zora, that would make sense, but it could also be Deku, and then I could be done, because the swamp title deed, but it's okay. I will say, the other day I rolled a seed with fire arrows on Biobaba, and I did the same thing where I just got it out of logic, but that time it took me like 20-30 times to get it. So I think getting it first tried today, I think was an apology for that.
Yeah, well, and I think...
Understandable.
Yeah, and in this case it ended up being kind of worth it because it saved you from having to double dip Snowhead for the keg and stuff, so...
Yeah, when I saw the chateau, I was just thinking, where do I go from here? Because I honestly didn't remember where I got the empty bottle from, so I knew it had to have been, like, I forget if it was in Graveyard, or I forget where I got it. I knew that the gold dust was bottle locked or fire.
Yeah, it was Grave Knight 1.
Oh, okay, on bats, okay. But yeah, so has anyone else checked any other healing checks? I know I did Darmani. I think I was also... I forget if I was warping to Clocktown or to Ikana Canyon. I was going to either do Kamaro and then Pamela, or Pamela then Kamaro.
I saw you were going to Clocktown, so you're probably going to do Kamaro. That made sense.
Yeah.
It was either that or doing Ikana Canyon.
Just a super quick question. Katie, do you want to hang around and calm? Seeming as you're here and it's almost done? You don't have to stick around or anything, but options there if you want to stay involved.
Sure, I'll stay involved. It was unfortunate to crash. And I was like, I don't remember what I did this cycle. I'll just forfeit.
Okay,
Yeah,
and then
Yeah.
Okay, so we saw Kamaro being done, and it was not Kamaro, so yeah, it's likely in Ikana Canyon then.
Yeah.
Boy howdy, first big restream seed of the season, and that we may just end up on a Pamela Go mode. That is... I mean, you can't really ask for more than that, can you? Like...
Yeah, I mean... It was... Because at this point, yeah, KT, you were, like, probably the furthest ahead on Restream. So... That was really and truly unfortunate.
It's okay. I mean, I'm proud of how I ran the seed. It is quite a doozy. Props to Shan, this was a great seed.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely ran it very well, and good way to start off.
Yeah, it's just Windows decided to have other ideas.
It did. It did.
I would say I run VC, and I do, but I've had the rare VC crash for Majora's Mask, so... And had it twice. Once during an actual match as well.
I think Section's doing Pamela now.
Yeah, he's doing Ikana stuff, so... Pohud into it.
That makes the most sense, I think, yeah.
Because Pohud is also bottle locked, so this makes sense.
Right. I mean,
But I'm glad to see that the ranch cow's coming in clutch once again.
Yep. I mean, personally, I would go Pamela just for the fans, right? But, like... Pohud makes sense.
Shan,
It's just more efficient.
How'd I like the bottle and shrine? Amazing that it was also the very last check-in shrine, too. Amazing.
Yeah. It was ruthless. Alright, let's see. Pohut is... It's not Pohut.
Okay.
Was I the first person on Restream to do Shrine? Or
No, that was Section, I believe.
okay.
Yeah. You were the first to a bottle, just not to that bottle.
Oh, that's funny. So you guys knew that it was the bottle that was Wave the Hero, or the important item.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. Well, and it was that
Oh.
was like a source of
Move!
like. Oh.
Oh my god, you know it just opened up.
Oh boy.
The purchases in Chateau Romani.
So that. Oh boy, we may not be done yet.
It'll be funny if it's this.
Yeah.
You know, purchases, because then it would be required cow for Deku, required other cow for Zora.
Yeah. Although the worst part is we're gonna have to wait time of day.
Yeah, it's not set up super well for Section to go and do that immediately.
So yeah, checking Macau here makes sense.
Yeah, because that healing could still technically be your thing of note.
On why the cows are good. Enough said.
I will say, in the back of my mind while I was racing was that Bremen's mask that I found too late to do first cycle.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, oh, it's gonna be this, it's gonna be this. And I was like, I'm gonna put it off and do other things. And then I found the keg, and I was like, I was smart not to do lemons. Unfortunately, I didn't do lemons, but...
Yeah, we did see lemons 3 times, and unfortunately, lemons were dead. Truly a terrible timeline we live in when lemons aren't required. That's fine, though. There are more opportunities for more lemons, so I'll take it. Oh, there's Oath.
Has anyone done Kume?
Yeah. One of them was the bow, and the other was like a silver rupee. Oh, you know what else opened up too is the Ocean Spider House chest. Because that is also bottle locked, technically speaking.
Oh, that's true. Any Shiros?
We did see Shiro on Nasho's side, and it was dead. Just as actually, it was right before you came in for an interview.
Yeah. Yeah. See, this is why this is just. It's just all around kind of a mess for everybody. Which is a shame because it's obviously it's good for the fans, but for the runners it's quite unfortunate because if it was just the Zora we had here, this would be so much easier.
At least it is Zora Go mode, so kind of you don't have to do Pirate's Fortress.
This is true.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
That is absolutely true.
one other question, because I never checked. Is it vanilla eggs or fairy eggs?
I don't know. We never checked. Because no Zora, so no real reason to check right now. But we do now know that we'll need one more song to grab. So if it's vanilla eggs, that's kind of mean.
Yeah, because we need. Did we get Oath from anywhere?
Yeah, Oath was on Egagos.
Okay, yeah. So, still need that elegy.
Actually, that's the only song left. So yeah, eggs are required, but we
Oh,
don't
yeah.
know if eggs are on.
I think it almost has to be behind Pamela at this point then.
Yeah, it is because we checked
Okay.
every other thing that was bottle locked.
That cow
And-
mask, man.
And so that Storms locks Elegy, which locks Stone Tower Temple.
Yep.
That's... Oh my goodness, that's an intense seed.
Castle Edge is fire arrow locked though. I mean, you got the right idea, but like, it's not fire arrow logic that's being skipped. It's lens logic.
Which is I believe, a new thing for this season, yeah.
Yeah,
Lensless Castle is now.
I'm okay with that. But it is moo time once again on Cinny's side.
Yeah, it's the cows have really had their say with this seed, haven't they?
Of course. Hey, as long as I see less aliens this season, I'll be all happy. I think Cindy's actually setting up time of day here for for the milk bar.
Yeah, it's because it's like at that point, what else is there left to check?
Anyone found FD?
No one's found it yet. But actually, Romani Mask can actually lock it this time around because the purchases in the Chateau Romani are shuffled.
Yeah.
And so we could purchase the Zora mask on either the regular milk or on Chateau Romani. Chateau Romani would be kind of mean. Because that's 200 rupees.
Yeah, that would be...
Oh, where was a wallet? I don't think I found one.
I know Section has one. But yeah, happy 2 hours. In heavy quotation marks. Yeah, Deku Palace, I believe.
I went to Deku Palace.
Oh wait, no. I'm not sure where it was then.
And I know I checked the
There's-
grotto to Deku Palace.
Yeah, so it was somewhere. I don't remember where. I know Section has it. And he's the only one who has it, because he's been checking a lot of other things.
Oh, also a quick question for Katie. Did you know that you don't have to talk to the baby before you get the Elder Song?
I thought you did have to talk to the baby right before you get the Elder Song. I thought that was part of the process for it.
It is in the vanilla game, but I know in the combo rando you can actually skip that part. I wasn't 100% sure on MMR though.
Well, maybe then on MMR you have to do it. Okay,
Oh,
it's not
is it-
required.
You have to talk to the baby.
You have to
Okay.
talk to the baby. Okay, that makes sense then, because everyone did it, and we were like, we didn't think that you had to, and it was like, okay.
Actually, I don't think Cindy even went into Goron Shrine.
No, I don't. Maybe.
Maybe you have to talk to the
Because
baby
I know
if
Zoe
you get
does
the
a good
song.
chunk of... I know Zoe's done a good chunk of the code for the MMR side of things for Combo Rando.
Yeah.
So she might have added up that speed up as well.
Oh,
Deku
Deku
Playground.
Oh yeah, it was
Playground.
Deku. Yeah. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. That is kind of out of the way. But it is bottle locked.
Yeah.
Wait, and Cafe Mask? On
Yeah, that was on
set?
Clifford.
I don't.
Yeah, it was on Clifford. Yeah, Madame Aroma had the Cursed Tome.
Yeah.
Also, Zora eggs are vanilla this seed, so you will have to go and grab them.
Okay, so maybe I dodged a bullet then.
Definitely.
On all the seeds that I've done for practice, I've always had the shuffle on, so I haven't had to do actual eggs yet.
Oh.
I had vanilla Zora eggs, but eggs were not required this time around. But I still had to go to Pirate's Fortress, both sewers and interior for my practice seed. Because I was fully prepared with two bottles to doing Pinnacle Rock, but didn't need to.
Here we go, moment of truth on Nash's
Oh my-
side.
There it is. There it is.
It's not even wallet locked.
It's not. Yeah, that's gonna be very helpful for Cinny. That would have been extremely unfortunate for Nasho and Cinny if it was the 200 rupee one, because then they have to now hunt down this unhinted wallet as well. But
Yep.
so this was a Pamela seed after all.
Amazing.
Yep.
Boy.
It's nice to know at least I was on the right track to getting that.
Yeah.
Yeah, a wallet hunt would have been awful because it didn't need to be bottle locked at that point. But yeah, Nasho getting the unfortunate news that vanilla eggs are required. And he has at least enough for one trip at least.
Yeah.
That's the only mercy this seed really had was one trip Zora eggs.
Yeah, it's also nice that you don't actually have to clear anything from Pirate's Fortress, but yeah, it was kind of a unkind seed in a lot of ways.
Yep. The unfortunate news about one of those one of those hints being bait. But yeah, wait, we already said happy 2 hours.
We did indeed.
Am I getting gaslit? Oh no, that's not good. Because usually I'm late for these. Oh, this isn't too bad here. Maybe getting free FD here. So.
Yeah, you might as well check it if it's right there, because there are a couple of things you can find.
Like that frog.
Yeah. Yeah, just to kind of reiterate some of the stuff we like to do every hour. Our lovely racers on stream today are Cinny, Katie Bean, the other section, and Nasho 3D. They were brought to you by our restreamer today, Shenanbread, shadowed by Bacon. And our commentators today are me, Nathan, and my co-commentator, Alex. And our trackers today were Alley-oop, Saber, and I'm not sure how to pronounce that, so we'll just go with Winter Plume. Or Winter Plum.
Beautiful.
So thank you to thank you to everyone who made today's restream possible. It's always nice to be able to showcase some new
The new settings for the new season.
settings. Just play more MMR. It's always good to have more of it going on.
Oh my god!
And he got it anyways.
Oh my god. Beautiful. Absolute cinema. Spent all this time.
Yep, all of our
first try. Oh my goodness.
I mean, that's terrific. So I guess at this point you'd rather be Cinny than anyone else, huh? Because he's already done Snowhead, yeah?
Yeah. He's just getting all them eggs. I mean, you gotta break a few eggs to make an omelet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's just making me really hungry for sunny side up eggs. Yes, this will be a running joke for season 6, I'm hoping.
It's awesome. That was the other interesting thing about restreams. We had 2 people that went for those like early fire arrows, being KD and Cinny, and then 2 people that didn't. And we were kind of discussing, is it worth actually to pursue using them for stuff? And with the way things shook out, it seemed like the answer kind of ended up being, yeah, it would have been.
Yeah. Like I said earlier, I knew because I had just done a seed with this exact scenario. It was also a pretty awful Zora location as well. But I figured at the very least I can get the Goron Elder and do some fire arrow lock checks just to see what it is and just make a note that, you know, this isn't in logic. I'm not going to find Zora behind any of these checks.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, it definitely seems like in this case that's the strategy that would be
Nasho getting bullied by that pirate. But yes, eggs have made a resurgence ever since they disappeared from season 5.
At long last, they are back. I mean, you love to see it.
So
really.
We have the fact that it's like a 50% chance that we could have vanilla eggs would be Yep. The eggs on coast.
Yeah, there's a little bit of an irony in the sense that this seed actually was fairly generous with bottles just because so much was locked behind one singular bottle. So.
Yep.
But it's...
Goron being locked behind explosives was hilarious.
Yeah. That too. A lot of good moments in this.
Hopefully Nasho can get some health. Alright, cool. Perfect.
It also seems like we're going to see vanilla dungeon order today for at least some of the runners that didn't do that early Snowhead.
Yeah? Could see that. Well, actually, you probably want to do
Great
like
Bay, because you're already there.
Great Bay last.
Yeah, makes sense.
The reason is it's just the perfect time killer for night 3.
Makes sense, yeah.
You know, it would have been amazing if Seedbot decided to give us, for a hint, if Woodfall Temple has one important item Because I think it could have only been Song of Storms.
Yeah, that's true.
It would have been like under the foolish then.
No, it would have been 2-star Song of Storms.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but it would have like it would be the one important one, so it would have been.
I think you can still have a song be 2-star and fulfill the importance. And in this case, Woodfall Temple is the first logical completable dungeon.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's true. There's no other dungeon you can logically complete without. Yeah, so I guess then. Yeah, so not only this, so this was just a completely unhinted, hard required Pamela with Song of Storms, huh?
I wouldn't say
It's just-
completely
yeah, it was-
unhinted, but like
Yeah, like you had things pointing you there.
That's probably why Stone Tower Temple was just hinted fully foolish or like non-important. Because it's like not important and items, but you can still have important song. So yeah, it could be like hinted in that part for Woodfall still, because none of the other items actually led to anything.
Yeah. Yeah, and so since someone asked in chat, the Zora was in the it was on the purchase from
The regular milk purchase in the Chateau Romani.
which was locked
Or
by
like-
Pamela, so Pamela was the closest bet.
Yep.
Yeah, that would have been. Imagine if it was on the other one, that would have been merciless to Nasho and Cine. Because right now they would still be hunting down that wallet, probably.
Yeah. So section has a wallet already. And it seems to be the only wallet that's available.
Yeah, it's the other one's probably in a foolish location somewhere.
Probably in Stone Tower Temple. There are a lot of checks in that spot. All we do know is that it's Zora locked, basically.
I think my soul was damaged from the seed. And then it got healed by crashing, so I don't have to do eggs.
Yeah, I think that was. In some senses, that might have been a mercy, yes.
I think it was. So, what's your guys' opinion on the importance hints, like the structure of like how they're different from Ways of the Hero?
I'm kind of ambivalent on them. I've only had one practice seat so far, and it went out really well, but who knows? That one, this seed definitely would have thrown me off as well with the whole, with that, and it would have been a hunt for the Zora mask. But yeah, this one was definitely not the...
I think in the abstract, I'm kind of okay with it. I kind of like it from just like a player perspective of you don't now have that issue of having to return to a walk location multiple times if you find an item, but you're not sure if it's the only item.
Yeah.
And from a from a viewer perspective, I guess it depends on if that's more or less interesting to you. The idea that a runner could conceivably have to route in multiple checks of the same location if it's if it's like something that if they want to make sure that they're getting all of their stuff and they're not missing anything, or in like the potential for somebody to fall behind in a race because they didn't full clear Wath and they thought they had satisfied it when they hadn't. So I guess from that perspective, I kind of like it. I don't know that I necessarily am huge on the idea that your important hints can just be like 1-star important stuff. Like that to me feels a little bit lame. But it's
They've all been 2-star.
Yeah. So far it's all been like 2-star stuff. So I guess in the abstract I kind of like it. It's
But you can't get 1-star stuff, like beans, for example, if you have other beans available.
Yeah, so I think I'm inclined to say that it's probably overall a good change.
When they first introduced the hints with the classical settings, I mean, I think they're very interesting. It's definitely a different way to think than just with the Waths.
Yeah.
And they can be very useful. I think in this case, because they were all, one item, it was a lot more straightforward than it can be. If that makes sense. Like, you don't have, Pyramid of Field has 6 important items.
The one I had earlier was, 2 important items, and one of them was the bean. It's just that the other item was the 2-star item. And that other item was the room key to get Goron Mask. Which was why it was hinted, and then it just happened to have a bean there.
Yeah, I think overall it's a good change. I think that I think definitely. I think some of what MJ Evans was saying in chat, I think it definitely goes a long way to kind of encourage a lot more logic reading than kind of just doing whatever the highest density checks are and whatever you can do the quickest. And overall, you have to, since the MMR logic specifically among Zelda randomizers is so tight, having the encouraging people to engage with it more is never a bad thing.
Yeah, the closest analog I can think of is the path to item hint in Twilight Princess, where it tells you specifically which item locks another one, whether it's in a chain or if it's just directly.
Oh, that sounds similar to, I think, in Ocarina of Time, what their hints are like, isn't it?
Oh, you mean the path to boss? Kind of there, but it's just a slightly souped up or beefed up Wath. But the difference only really shows itself in random settings league, because it then becomes more specific.
Yeah,
because you can get you can get bait paths in RSL if you have multiple ways of getting into the final fight.
Yeah, well, and as Saber observes, it technically all of them, no matter what you get, is always going to be more information than a straight Wath would have been. So it definitely it is. I don't know. I think in general it's I think we're gonna be happy with this change. I think people are gonna really take to it. It's definitely gonna take some getting used to, especially if you're accustomed to having just 3 designated Wath items. But
yeah. Yeah, because you do actually have the chance of having more than 3 items, hinted in the important items. Because you can get into a place that has, 2 or 3, important items. But only one of them is strictly the 2-star item.
Right.
But you could have other 2-star items there, too. Just coincidentally. But you're more likely going to get those places that are more one-off sort of thing.
I don't know. I'm excited about the settings for this season. I think they're gonna be good.
Yeah, I'll just have to see, like more seeds with it.
Right, and we have a couple more weeklies before quals start up, so lots of time to explore with them.
I'm
Yep.
also quite glad that we don't have any sometimes hints.
Yeah, they
Yes.
tend to get eaten up by foolishes more often than I care to admit.
Yeah, that's the other thing about it. I think removing sometimes was a good call because on occasion you would get something like Swamp Spider House has like your required like I don't know, like land title deed or something that leads to another like captain's hat, but for a required Song of Storms or whatever, but like in most of the time it would just be like this one-off check is foolish, and it was, and then like the one that wasn't hinted was required, and so you just ended up having to do them all anyways, and it was just in general.
Yeah, you'd get a lot of sometimes they're just like unhinted but required, which was really annoying.
Yeah, just in general, it's like at that point, you know, you might as well just not even have the hint at all. Like I understand the theory behind it, right? It's like from a
It's to
overall
get
race
the slightly
perspective.
annoying checks, but like they're not too annoying. Is the most accurate way of putting it.
Yeah, the purpose of it was to limit the amount of them you had to do per game, right? Like it's like with the always
But
hints,
you-
it's saying either
But you
1, 2,
typically
3, or
didn't have to
none.
do them much anyway.
Exactly. It was a rare enough occurrence that it ended up being a rare enough occurrence that it was actually required or actually something that the hint itself would have prevented. That it was just not worth keeping, I think.
Yeah, it's not quite like in other games where it probably has a bit more significance.
Yeah.
Like in TP, because the sometimes hints are also grouped in with things like foolishes or paths, and such, it becomes like way more valuable. But like, because you have more hint efficiency at that point, but like, it's not quite the same in MMR, where it just eats up a lot of those hints that you would like to have it
Right.
on, like an always or like another path or foolish or something. Yeah, combo rando suffers from like way too many sometimes hints as well, I feel.
That makes sense, yeah. Also, yeah, worth noting, Masho has not found the fire arrows yet,
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
which is a little bit concerning at this stage. Hopefully he's at least kind of deduced that they're probably Zora locked. I don't think from his perspective they are 100% Zora locked, but
But yeah, at this point on Restream, it's looking like Cinny's gonna be the one ahead.
yeah,
Yeah, it's Egos. As
that
Oath.
that early Snowhead advantage was gonna come in a big way here.
Oof.
Yeah,
Unfortunate.
you don't see that setup for that very often.
Yeah, I'm more used to like doing the Zora setup where you just get this perfect jump. So I've been
Yeah.
practicing that so much.
I can't do gainers, and I know I'll just fall off that little ledge if I try to do that walk, so I actually do what Cinny does. Set up a bomb recoil.
It's awesome. I mean, I'm unfortunately.
I
I'm
need
not
to
very good at
practice.
this game,
I need to practice the one framers, but I can do the twisted backflip and I can do the two framers.
I know if I try to do a twisted backflip there, I'll just like accidentally do a side hop or something and just fall down anyway. Or something. We are gonna
Yeah, you
get a
gotta
double
click it real
George fight.
fast. Yeah, we're gonna be making a lot of sushi.
Double George Gaming.
Forget. Defense was in Snowhead, wasn't it?
Double defense is-
I'm trying to remember where it was actually.
I feel like it was an early something.
Another section getting a really clean stun lock here. True, half of all those frogs were just sitting in Snowhead Temple.
Froghead Temple.
We should have had Frog Choir as a thing, as an always at least.
Yeah.
I think the reasoning behind not having Frog Choir was because we got random frogs.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Plando Frog Choir to always have FD. I like it, Saber.
No, that means we could have Frog on the moon, though. Because we start with Giant's Mask.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, that's still happening anyway.
Frog to the moon, what?
You could get a frog like to be on the moon, shuffled onto the moon, with what we have, because we have Giant's Mask. Yeah, you'll just have a chance where you'll never be able to go Fierce Deity. Because since we start with the Giant's Mask. Oh no, that is so unfortunate.
Okay, hear me out. Frog shuffle, but every time you get a frog, the longer Link can jump when you jump off a ledge.
Okay, that's fun.
So when we get in frog duping, it was just to have like hundreds of frogs in Link's inventory, and you just jump into the moon.
Yeah, if you get all of the frogs, you can just jump directly to the moon and end the game that way.
Oh my god. Potential season 3 settings for Mystery right there. All frogs
There
for
you
the
go.
moon.
Now what we do is we shuffle frogs with remains, but you still have to get all the frogs to go to the moon. And it's still like frog shuffle, so the remains could be anywhere.
Seems legit, yeah. I'm here for it.
Season 3 ideas for Mystery.
Yeah, unfortunately, Nacho seems to have, in the pursuit of these fire arrows, lost the plot of the hints a little bit.
I mean, doing this is fine. Because you still gotta beat the temple anyway.
Yeah. It works out in the sense that you're getting a little bit of progression done.
You got time to think too.
Yeah, which is sometimes a kind of an undervalued part of these, is allowing yourself time to process your logic and think things through, and just doing stuff you know is going to be productive while you can mentally work on your plan in the background is...
Yeah. Section still has to finish off Snowhead Temple, so
Yeah, I've been very impressed with the way Section has been executing these, like this last dungeon and this one as well. But the Snowhead Temple advantage, I think, might give Cinny the edge.
Yeah,
For
I
sure.
believe so as well.
I meant to comment on this before, but I know Cinny had a head start on Great Bay Temple, but Section actually ended up finishing first.
Yeah,
Great Big
Yeah,
Temple.
he did. Section
Sec-
has like a pretty significant execution advantage, but Cinny's routing is his biggest strength. That's been the case for OTR as well, is that his routing is insanely good.
Yeah, and I mean his willingness to. I mean, we saw he reset, 5 times or 6 times or whatever it was for the fire arrows, but that turned out to pay off because that's the thing that's keeping him a little bit ahead here.
Oh my god, I was worried for a second. Other section was like quite on his last half of the heart.
Yeah, and that's the other point too, is not having the double defense makes this a touch more challenging for the touch harder.
Cindy
On
was
that
also
note-
really good with DK64 as well, and he made it to Challenge Cup in TPR. Like, someone who's very good, his biggest strength is his routing. I'll put it that way.
One thing about, specifically with the Zora Egg Shuffle, you're not gonna have fairies or any sort of safety fairies unless you go back to town to buy one. Or pick one up in PF. I was actually
That is
running into
true.
that the other day. Since, had not many hearts and, no double defense. I think I almost died to Gomez as well. So, one more thing to think about with the shuffle, I guess.
Yeah. Routing and like logic reading are like the two biggest skills for any randomizer. Those are like the two biggest soft skills as well. Because, like, execution is something you can just generally pick up with a lot of practice, but logic reading and routing are two very different beasts.
Yeah, and not just being able to do that, but to be able to situationally adapt your routing and your logic based on what each of them demands of each other.
Oh
Definitely
my
takes a lot
god.
of practice.
Other section is, like, literally one hit away from death.
Oh my goodness. Does he have a safety
it.
fairy?
No,
Well,
I don't think so. Oh, he has a fairy, good. That's probably why he didn't pick up any heals. No, I think didn't he remove it for like when he did Zora's egg? Yeah, if you could get the jump slash on it, it only takes like 3 hits with Gilded, but it's actually really tough to judge the distance.
Notably, despite starting with Giant's Mask, both Sydney and the other section preferring to go with the arrow route, probably just not super confident in that magic consumption that they'll be able to finish things in time.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Nasho, you making use of the Chateau Romani to have all the time in the world.
Yeah, because even if you take 1/4 heart from damage when you're a giant, it's still enough to kill him. Because, yeah, Giant's Mask, the one big thing for sure is how little damage you actually take from Twin Mold.
Yeah.
That's 6 worms down in less than 2
Yeah.
minutes.
Oh, okay, that's...
No way! See?
Well.
Your Stady can't be foolish!
Okay.
Oh my god.
Well,
Big man.
Big man!
Big man is here.
Yeah, on that note too, FD, if you have like random dungeon entrances, can be in post-dungeon checks and be foolish as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ran into that in Mystery during practice.
Yeah, makes sense. Because it happens in pre-complete too.
Hey, we got our
Oh,
first
dang,
finish.
We have our first finisher. I Oliver. At the time of 2:37:16. Congrats to I Oliver.
And, well, Cinny's not that far behind. Yeah, I have done, like, Kokiri Majora. It's pain. I don't want to do it again. No, thank you. I'd rather have, like, the muscles in my ribcage pulled once again and then have to sleep sitting up for weeks on end than Kokiri's sword, Majora's Mask. Thank you very much.
I think I have to do... Sorry, Majora. I don't know what sword I had, but I had no Zora, no mirror. And I think I just learned on the spot what I had to do with the light arrows for the first phase.
Yeah, because if you don't have light arrows even, you have to go for spin attacks.
It's kind of cool we're seeing 3 different little dungeon areas at the same time.
Yep. But it's so satisfying having Fierce Deity for Majora. It's like, nah, you 100% deserve all the pain that you're going through right now.
Yeah, especially after the seed. Yeah.
It's those annoying masks that knock you down. It's not even the fact that they hit you, it's the fact that they knock you down every time they hit you, which is more annoying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's hard to get into a good rhythm when you're tripping all the time.
Not even Big Man is immune to falling down.
Nope.
But it's even better if you can inadvertently snipe one of the masks when you're fighting Majora.
Oh no, a section just fell.
Well, at least he can void warp his way back up.
Yeah, I was so scared of falling in Snowhead Temple. Because I didn't have Deku or Zora to void.
Right.
Yeah. Well, we got our second place finisher, I'm pretty sure.
Seems that way.
Like, unless... Yeah.
There it is. GG's to Cinny. What an exciting race this was.
Yep. Who loves vanilla eggs
Yep.
to get a required song?
Not me. But I do like how we have one song per transformation mask. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah. Because I know in Scrubs season 3, like it was overwhelmingly favored towards Goron and Deku, like having songs. Because both of those locked 2 songs, and Zora locked none. And then with last season, Zora didn't lock any. Hello and GG's.
GG's. Interview or me yelling at Shan for a few minutes?
Either is acceptable.
Yeah, which are you gonna find more cathartic?
Yeah, go with the yelling first. It's my favorite part.
Good God, that Gomo took forever. God, eggs slows seeds down. I hate eggs, I hate eggs, I hate eggs.
Oh, me too. I hate eggs. I'm glad I didn't have to do eggs.
Yeah, forfeiting
I might
before you
get-
had to.
Yeah, my game crashed on me, so I was like, I'll just forfeit.
Maybe you're the real winner here.
Maybe.
Chances are she was probably going to take pretty close to first, if not in first, though.
Yeah,
Because she was
yeah.
ahead of you pretty, like, almost a dungeon at that point.
Oh no.
Yeah. I think I beat Woodfall Temple, left, and then I sort the clock town, and my emulator said, no, crash.
When were you gonna do? When were you gonna do? When are you gonna do Pamela of KT?
Right then, actually. I was gonna do Kamaru and then do Pamela right then.
Oh yeah, sounds like you would have easily won then if your game didn't crash.
Yeah. Unfortunate,
Yeah,
but
I was
no
thinking
eggs.
as, like, the only thing would have been, eggs slowing things down. It was unfortunate that it's only a 50% chance that eggs are on fairies and not a 100% chance.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Because my gosh, this quest is slow when you're go moding.
Yeah, I think
Even
they
with 4
can't.
bottles, it's slow.
I don't think they can make it so that it's 100% on fairies. So I think 50-50 is the best
Yeah, I
compromise.
guess.
So
Add mushroom in
Yeah.
too to make it a 66% chance we don't have to do it. I approve.
Ooh, yeah.
Anything to make eggs less likely, the better.
Important Sniffa would be awesome.
but then what if you had to do like left side well and you have to go get an egg for a mushroom?
Wait.
That's better than getting 7.
Wait.
True.
There's mushroom stuff in the well?
For
the
blue
potion.
Oh, blue potion, okay.
And with how hot spring water has become a lot more important, hot spring water has become much more important with these settings.
Oh, yep. I went and broke logic for fire arrows, and I figured it'd be quicker than climbing and getting the water. If it didn't take me like several attempts to get the luck.
You see, I had the same exact scenario the other day with fire arrows on Biobaba. It took me 20 tries the other day, and then today was first try, so I was pretty happy.
Yo, you got the luck today, I see.
Yeah.
I think I had like 6th, 7th, or 8th try, something like that. Maybe even 10th.
It's 1 in 8, right?
Yeah, it's 1 in 8 approximately.
Yeah, something like that. If I think of like the cardinals and like the diagonal directions, then it'd be 8.
Yeah. Because the force is generally the same in all directions. There's no random force that would be in there, otherwise that would significantly decrease the odds of getting it first try.
Yeah, like go down to 1 in 16 then.
No, it could go down even way lower depending on
way
how
lower,
much force.
If it was like any direction.
Any direction, any level of force as well.
Yeah.
Also, section bringing the princess to the moon.
Yeah, both.
Has to do it.
As usual. Also, that shrine hint. What the heck? Why was that bait?
Did you also have a bottle when you entered Shrine?
Yes, I had a bottle. I don't remember when I logic broke what bottle.
Probably when you went into like the little grotto you accessed with fire arrows in the north, because there was like gold dust in there or something.
Maybe.
Yeah. Oh, then there was the whole graveyard shenanigans thing too with the bottle.
Yeah, I broke logic for Cap, so that bottle was logic broken. Gold dust was in
Hot Spring Water Grotto?
Yeah, and that was logic broken. Yeah, I guess that shrine's the first bottle.
Yep. That was the 2-star bottle.
Yeah, I was not happy to find that it was just for a bottle. I was hoping for Deku Razora.
Yeah.
It was still good information though, since knowing that Biobaba had fire arrows and knowing that that bottle was your logical first bottle meant that Zora had to be bottle locked.
Yeah. But at the time, I didn't know if it was going to be Deku or Zora in Ranch, so I did springtime checks.
Makes sense, yeah. The other thing we were distinctly concerned about is, like, once we saw the cow mask on Pamela, we were pretty certain it was going to be in, like, the chateau area. If it was the 200 rupee one, then you have to go hunting for a wallet.
Yeah, and I never found a wallet, so that would have been pain.
Yeah, the
Nasho
only one-
finding the cursed tome.
What's the curse? Oh, the book.
Yeah, the cursed tome.
The Bomber's Notebook. I wonder if Nesher doesn't realize they haven't done the...
Biobaba.
Yeah.
That'd be unfortunate.
hmm
It's not the first time I've seen someone forget about that check either. And it certainly will not be the last.
hmm Yeah, and then West Clocktown too. That was bait for land title deed. Eventually
Yeah.
leads to ice arrows. Lol.
Yep.
Well, and healing.
And
Yeah,
healing to get Zora.
yeah, but I
that's
figured it was
true.
already solved with ice arrows.
Yeah, it was misleading that way.
Yeah, pretty misleading. Disguising that Pamela's required.
I mean, the closest you were ever going to get to that was the fact that Stone Tower Temple was flat out foolish. But that could be like a
Yeah.
number of things, because you could have Storms not locking it, and it would still fulfill it just adequately.
Yeah, just would have to not be Zora locked. Like Zora could have been in a lot of places other than Milk Bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, KT. Poach is probably gonna say that. And Shan. Yeah, Poach is probably gonna scream.
Is Gojo racing this?
Yeah.
Wait, is he?
Oh.
Oh.
I mean, it's a weekend. He's probably usually available for weekend races, so because he's like the OTR grinders when it comes to like obsessive racing.
MMR grinder.
Yeah.
I will say, I think maybe my final thoughts on this seed was that it was really nice not having. I mean, obviously, it was a casino for Zora Mask, but there was some knowledge behind where it could be, and that being bottle locked. So it was nice that, it wasn't, it could be anywhere. There were some restrictions, which was really nice, I guess. Not
Yeah.
doing
It's
everything
just
blind.
it's just that a lot of things ended up being bottle locked.
Mhm.
Oh no! Section no!
No!
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I hate to see it.
Punish those masks. Make sure that they can't get a word in edgewise.
Mm-hmm.
Quick, we should add a new feature where if you have the Deku Princess on the moon, she does like a Mipha's Grace if you die.
Oh, that'd be something.
And you also get extra hearts like Mipha's Grace.
Oh
So
my
what
God.
would happen if, say, you brought Zora Egg to the moon? Yeah, that's the new meme. Zora Egg to the moon.
We should also do seahorse, Zora Egg, Princess,
Yeah.
and Mushroom to the moon. Get that full inventory filled up. Heck,
Bring them all. Too bad you can only
bring-
bring 6 things.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Unless you want to go filling your inventory slots with bottles.
Oh no, I think Nasho found the crying mask. And
Yes,
the light
he
arrow
did.
chest.
Yeah, we're gonna. Oh, if we could do bottle duping, we'll just have everything in bottles.
Can you dupe past 6 bottles, though?
I don't know. I know you can do it in OOT, so it's certainly.
Yeah, I know
should
OOT
be
you
possible.
can replace your other items with bottles. I don't know
You
if
could do
that's
the
a thing
same
in MM.
thing in MM, like with
can you?
trade quest items. Yeah.
Oh, I guess
know
that's how you
with
do
at
it.
least trade quest items you can do it.
I think we should be able to bottle a lemon and take it to the moon.
That'd be nice.
There it is.
Section having no mercy for what happened last time. He wants his revenge, and he deserves his revenge.
And he's gotten it.
And GG's as we get our 4th finisher.
Awesome, yeah. So I guess we can say hello to Section and probably wrap things up here, yeah. Welcome, welcome.
Hello and
Well-
GG's.
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 So how are you feeling about this first?
I mean, that was a lot of wasted watts.
Yeah, it really was. Well,
Mm-hmm.
technically one was good for pointing us in the right direction, but like the other one was just really mean.
I don't think any of them really pointed to like a good direction because Bottle had like 4 different uses. There was a bean in What's Clocktown, which with the bottle gets you Cafe's mask, which was terribly bait.
Yeah, but we did figure out what the item was, though. It was for that swamp title deed, which if you get that, you know that then the bean is actually dead.
Yeah, but the seat's like basically almost over. It's just if you just push the right direction. And I did get to Pamela, but if I had an actual tracker to know that I didn't have elegy, that probably would have been the first thing I would have done, and then immediately checked milk bar purchases. Instead, I didn't know I had elegy, and I thought that it was STT foolish accept song or not, and then I had to recheck that, and then it was not foolish. It was just STT dead. And then I thought I had LG, so like it was the nearest last location. I even did like bean checks, thinking I had nothing else to do. And as soon as I realized I didn't have LG, I knew exactly what check to do, which was my literal last location, logically.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Nasho's finally going for Bio Baba. He's not going to be very happy to see it, though, at this point.
No.
Oh, and Nasho's still. Wait, how is Nasho done? Like, does it just Snowhead Temple go mode?
Yep.
Oh, poor Ashley.
He's also just gonna get Elegy as well.
Yeah.
Because there's no Din's Fire like there is in the combo rando.
Nope. Fire is required.
He's just. Yeah, he's gone through it.
I don't blame him at this point. He had full clear to Foolish Stone Tower Temple for it.
I think this seed has had a moment like that for every runner.
Mm-hmm.
Just something.
Yeah, very much something going haywire.
Exactly.
Some of them were technical issues like controller problems and and emulator crashes.
Yeah, this was a seed, all right.
Pojo having the expected reaction, I see.
Yeah, you predicted it.
But yeah, this one was definitely one of the longer ones. Even without eggs, it was still pretty long.
I mean, it could have been worse, right?
This
It
seed
could have required eggs twice.
Yeah.
This
can
seed
always-
you could have skipped the Secret Shrine and West Clocktown Way of the Hero if you just decided to out of logic get fire arrows.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, at that point, you're still looking for Deku and Zora, so that's the first place you're going to go to
you
search.
get fire arrows, you go into a temple, you get keg, and you're like, oh, goody goody. Most people probably would have went to Swamp and seen a free captain's hat, so they would have gotten their IA and their healing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's
Although
just
the Zora
whether
mask
they
would
do
have
Pebella
definitely-
or not. Yeah.
Would have definitely been like the thing that would have baited them back towards those.
Yeah.
I think I set the
'Cause you-
bar pretty high for terrible seeds, but you know,
Eh.
I have time. 16 qualifiers and a whole tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I only
I'd
started my first seed for practice. I have a lot of time to make really terrible ones.
I'll just occasionally roll a random seed in the seed bot channel and just walk away.
Oh, you don't even play your own seeds?
No, hell no, no.
I'll play them, Shan. Don't worry.
See, you. So you guys were ice bracket for scrubs, right? The majority of you, right?
Yes, I was.
I had
Yeah.
10. I had 10 got starts in a row.
Oh no.
And I
Yeah.
just,
I remember you saying that.
yeah, I remember. I know you saw it, and I was just like, and then my grands were like Gyorg, or was it? It might have been no. It was got start for grands, but my losers final was Gyorg, and I was like, how do I play this game again? Like,
Yeah, how do you do Snowhead Temple?
like what? How do I do Snowhead again? You know, and those seeds were rolled for me. You know, and they weren't terrible. But I rarely play my own seeds. Rarely.
I remember season 2. I've had Ottawa hard locking, the tingle picture in Southern Swamp twice in matches. That was truly a spectacle. One was hard locked and one was soft locked.
Yeah.
Fun times.
Yeah, that's just Majora's Mask for you, and rando be rando, you know. But
Well,
I
happy
just wanna,
3 hours, everyone.
yeah, happy 3 hours.
happy
It's
3
perfect
hours.
Timing, perfect timing. So I just wanna say thank you to everybody who put up with my my terrible seed, you know, as you guys do every time. This was the Majora's Mask Randomizer Standard Weekly. It was the first weekly with the actual settings for Season 6. And I think it definitely showcased us what the season's gonna look like. The good and the bad. mostly the bad. But I'm excited, and I hope everyone else is. Yeah, it's just finishing, unfortunately. But we do have our qualifiers coming up starting August 2nd, and they will be going until August 30th. So the whole month of August we'll be having 16 qualifiers. So hopefully you guys will be able to catch those. Just quick roundup. So I'm Shannon Bread, and I was the restreamer and the seed roller for this lovely seed today. I was joined by two lovely commentators, well, three in the end. Alexander Harold, Nathan 401, and Katie being the late joiner because she crashed. Thank you. Thank you for joining.
Well, thank you for having me.
Of course, you're always welcome in the comms booth. And our three lovely trackers, Alley-Oops, Saber Storm, and Gigi. And of course our four lovely racers, Cinny, the other section, Nasho, and Katie Bean. Second thank you to Katie, of course. I don't know if there's going to be any other races today, specifically. I know there's a couple Wind Waker matches going on over the next couple days, but there is going to be some OTR tomorrow. We got the weekly, and we're going to have an RSL match as well, hopefully, on for you guys. But the next Majora's Mask won't be until either next week's weekly or the qualifiers, but hopefully we'll be able to get some more races on for you guys. Nasho got oath hinted as well. Section, when you got oath hinted, we were like, no, the heartbreak.
Yeah, when I saw Oliver finish, it kind of distracted me. So then, like, I immediately warped to Snow Temple, forgetting that my plan was to, after finishing Stone Tower Temple, to just go get Oath.
Yeah, that happens to the best of us, doesn't it? I think the worst experience I had was I was on a Mirror Shield casino, and I was like, oh, I'll get Oath Hint from Twin Mold, and then Twin Mold's heart container was Mirror Shield. And I was on day 3, not night 3, and I was like, you. But to be fair, this one wasn't too bad. Thankfully, Mirror Shield was nice and easy to get to. Captains was free, but the logical implications were horrible. And then Keg was just kind of there. But yeah, I think this is gonna really round out to a really interesting season. Yep, so Nasho is the final person in the race. What we're gonna do is we're gonna raid into Nasho. And we will see you guys soon for more Majora's Mask, but make sure you stay tuned for OTR. Thank you, and we'll see you guys later.
Bye.